What Happens in the Woods is a true crime podcast. We discuss events that are often violent in nature. Listeners' discretion is advised.
Mate, what wanker wrote this? Have you heard this podcast? Jess just drones on and on, talking and talking, blah, blah, blah. Bryce just says, okay, and uh-huh. Don't get me started on Mara and Olivia. Shit, we're still recording? Bryce, cue the music.
Welcome to WTF Wednesday, half an hour of true crime stories. It's the finest in fuckery. Now here is your host, Jess, with true crime stories that'll make you say, what the fuck?
No laughing, no giggles.
It's sad time.
It is sad time. It is. Hello, friends. Welcome to the season finale in our WTF Wednesday series. Woo-hoo! You don't have any sad music, Bryce?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I can't see it, but I'm crying.
Nobody will understand. We have brought you all of the fuckery we could find from across the globe over the last 5 weeks, and today is no exception. So last week, I took us on a Florida fuckery ride with police chases, machete-tattooed men wielding machetes, and teen burglary parties on the beach. And that was just in Florida. There was also a story of a threesome on a church altar, and an emergency rescue from a chocolate vat a la Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompas. We also had some updates that we covered on previous stories. Did I forget anything? That sums it up, right? Oh, and Uncle Colin's fact of knowledge.
Facts.
We
brought you
how to murder somebody legally.
how to legally murder someone, where to do it,
and get away with it.
Right.
and get away with it.
Right.
We've also brought you baby safety deposit boxes.
Okay, well, that wasn't last week.
No.
I'm just talking about last week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought it was a finale. I thought we were covering everything.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
We'll save that for the review.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just trying to draw this out as long as you can. Now we're going to review the season.
Oh my.
God. Well, back with us this week, we have Uncle Colin.
Guess what, bitch?
We don't give a fuck, give a fuck, give a fuck, fuck.
Feel that beat drop.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. And with us this week as well, we have Grandma Jeanette.
Let's go.
Hey out there, all you army.
I don't know that we have any army that listens to us, but
Well, there's at least
you never
one.
know. I mean, sure.
She's right here.
Right. She's right here. Unfortunately, this week we do not have Olivia. She is not well. She is concussed.
Yeah, poor thing.
Yeah. And hi, Bryce.
Hi.
You don't have music for yourself?
No.
Why?
I just usually just go,
Hi, how are you?
hello.
Hi.
He needs no introduction.
I mean,
That's right.
I guess he doesn't.
It's Bryce.
Whoa. Okay.
Bryce is in the house.
Mom using her band voice.
Yes.
All right. Well, are we ready for the final week of WTF Fuckery?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here we go. To start off, we will be heading to Louisiana, where a 29-year-old man was arrested after it was found out that he was not a special needs adult, but had been hiring babysitters to change his diapers.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Rutledge...
What the hell is going on here?
Rutledge Diaz the Fourth
The fourth.
was sentenced to 5 years of probation and 400 hours of community service after it was found out that he had been engaging in fraud. He had lured. Why can't I say that right?
Lured.
Yeah. Women into his home under the guise of needing home health help for his 18-year-old brother, quote unquote, Corey, right? Oh. Turns out there was no Corey. It was Rutledge himself posing online as the older brother recruiting care workers to look after the imaginary disabled brother. So over several weeks, there were multiple women that came into work as caregivers, changed diapers on what they thought was a disabled young man, which gave Diaz sexual excitement. It was reported that one of the victims, quote, provided care for the fictional Corey on at least 10 separate occasions before she realized what was happening and reported it to the police. We're all speechless.
Wow.
So.
Right.
That's really disgusting.
It's very disgusting. Two of the victims only found out about all of this after Diaz was arrested.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, how would you know? You know what? I don't want to know how you would know.
I don't know. And the moment that light bulb hits you, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I'm leaving.
Well, having had some experience with that, there is a difference in how a disabled person moves in bed.
Sure, yeah.
Or on or off a toilet versus someone who is physically capable. So if he was playing this, somebody with experience would have known.
Well, I mean, she obviously did, but you can be a pretty convincing actor, especially if you're going to get like sexual gratification out of it.
Yeah, I guess
you're not going to allow things to get in your way if that's what you're trying to do.
That's just disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's disturbing, is what it is.
I'm disrupted.
So he was arrested on November 12th, 2019, and charged with 10 counts of sexual battery, 10 counts of human trafficking, and 1 count of possession of a controlled dangerous substance. I'm not sure what substance that was. But apparently, because he was soliciting online and paying these people to do something that ended up being sexually gratifying for him without their consent, essentially, it's considered human trafficking.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it's not just a matter of this is a pervert who, hired women to come in and wipe his ass. Like this is a whole added layer to that. Yeah. His lawyer stated that he had mental health issues and he had suffered from sexual trauma as a child, as well as had continuous substance abuse issues. So there definitely is a need for some mental health help there. Yeah. I mean, all joking aside, it's just disturbing. Yeah. It literally is what the fuck.
No joking aside.
I mean,
emotional damage.
Very much.
My thoughts exactly.
I shouldn't laugh, but that's funny. Emotional damage.
I was like,
whoa. Whoa.
No. What that dude did was totally disgusting. And
yeah, it's something. In Louisiana, it wasn't even in Florida. I mean, it was adjacent, but still.
Couldn't he have hired
there are things that yes,
like somebody who would help him, with
like a dominatrix,
some
type of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's someone out there who would consent to do all of that. I mean,
probably costs more money though.
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably covered by his insurance. I'm not joking. I'm just saying, like if his brother was disabled or
he didn't really have a brother though.
No, I know that, but what if he was just saying, "Oh, charge it to the insurance"? These ladies didn't know.
I don't know.
Well, then he would have had.
I mean, that's insurance fraud.
No,
he wasn't charged with that.
Yeah.
I I don't know
Maybe
how you
these
would
came with
insure
bigger
an-
sentences. That's all. Because you know how they just charge.
Yeah,
They
sometimes
they
what
charge you with
can
everything, and then
prove,
what
yeah.
can stick.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, whatever the case is, it's. I don't think 5 years of probation and the community service. I think he should have had like mandatory.
Depends on what the community service was. Does he have to go to old folks' home and wipe them up?
their ass?
That would be. I don't know if
He might
that's-
like that.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was just about to
No,
say.
he might not like that. It was him getting cleaned up, him not cleaning people
That's
up.
true. Maybe.
Self-gratification.
Sometimes those are.
Unless he's a fecal-philiac, then it's just
Oh,
weird.
God.
Right. And who knows if he is?
Sometimes those changes require a shower.
Yeah, I don't know. It's there are people out there though that this is their thing, and it's.
I'm not going to kink shame, but I'm kink shaming this.
I'm kink shaming people who don't involve people who are okay to be in the kink.
Right.
That's what I'm shaming.
That's the shame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The fact, and that you, I mean, people with disabilities.
Yeah, that's like a really, really fucked up way of doing
It really
that.
is. Yeah.
Because you're playing on somebody's like humanity.
Right.
And, you know, like we all know, you know, our mother is a nurse, okay, who helps people. And when you go into that kind of field and you are there to genuinely help somebody from like the bottom of your heart.
Right.
And then you're going to use that to get something out of that's just, it's not okay.
It's not okay. It really isn't okay. And that's what disgusts me. You can do whatever kink you want to do in your own home. That's nothing to me. But do not involve people who don't want to be involved,
right?
Or have no knowledge of it, and don't play on people's, willingness to care for somebody who can't care for themselves. That's where it pisses me off. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Disgusting.
This got very serious.
It did.
Okay. On to the next fuckery of weird sex stories.
Oh, God.
I am going to relay a story that caught me completely off guard. So, in what can only be described as a landmark case, a Kansas City, Missouri woman has won a settlement of $5.2 million against the insurance company Geico. Can anybody guess what for?
I saw this.
Oh,
so
you
I
know
won't
about
guess.
this one?
Yeah.
Well, then shut up. You can't.
Okay.
Mom, do you have any ideas, Mom?
Geico?
Yeah. So it's vehicle related. But it was not an accident.
I have this one I can't connect the dots with, so I have no idea.
Bryce, have you heard of this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Because I was actually going to include it in my.
Well, you stole one of mine last week,
You're
so that's fine. I already had this. So, the woman reportedly filed a claim with Geico after engaging in a sexual act with a man in his personal vehicle, and she contracted HPV, or the human papilloma virus, which is a sexually transmitted disease, for those who don't know. Her lawyers suggested a settlement to Geico, but the lawyers for the company declined at the time to accept it. So the insurance company was found liable in May of 2021 after arbitration in the case took place.
How?
The arbitration went forward, and it was found that they were liable to pay this money in a settlement to her on behalf of their client.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. So it is claimed that he did not make the woman aware of the fact that he was infected with the STD, and that since it happened in his car, the woman had the right to file a claim with his insurance company.
See, now we're going to have
That's utter bullshit.
Well, is it though?
Yes.
Yes. Could you sue your homeowner's insurance if you got it in someone's house?
Right.
Yeah.
No.
But this
never happened, at least.
This has created a precedent.
It's a precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to have to underwrite STD transmission
What if somebody gets pregnant?
policies. Oh, we don't even want to touch the
we won't
pregnancy
talk-
right now.
Yeah, but this is not the time.
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah, that's a whole episode. It's crazy. So they tried to appeal. They contested the arbitration and the ruling that that they would be liable for the settlement. However, just a couple of weeks ago, a court of appeals upheld the judgment, and this woman is going to get $5.2 million.
I love her
for engaging in unprotected sex.
I love her so much.
So
I'm just like, how you got fucking lucky?
No, she's got a set of fucking balls. I mean, she wasn't adult enough to be careful having sex with somebody she probably didn't know and getting HPV. I mean,
right.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean,
poor Geico.
Do we feel bad for an insurance company?
Yeah,
I don't think I feel
for
bad
Geico that much. I feel like their lawyers were a little cocky and they didn't think that it was going to pan out this way, so they weren't interested. They probably could have settled with her for a lot less than the initial offering, and instead it didn't go their way, But I don't feel bad for them. I'm not going to say that.
No, I kind of feel, well, I mean, it just depends on the situation, because if the guy didn't know that he had it, then
Apparently he knew.
Well, then I see it.
If that's the case, then this man should have been personally liable, not the insurance company, I feel. Because if he knew and he's out there engaging in unprotected sex without notifying his partner, it's just reckless.
Well, that's like someone giving you AIDS from unprotected sex when they know that they are positive.
Yeah, if they knew that they were positive.
It's like sexual battery.
They can go to prison for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, though. HPV is, correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't cure that, right? I mean, they have vaccinations for it, but they don't. You cannot be cured of it. You can only maintain it, correct? Or am I wrong?
You can take like a cyclovir for it when you have a breakout, but the problem with it is that it causes mutation in the cells,
right?
Especially in the cervix, and you can get cancer,
right?
And
right, it's the leading cause of cervical cancer.
Yeah,
right.
And usually that's a silent killer,
right? So I mean, it is a life-threatening. It can be a life-threatening thing. So it is serious. The fact that if he knew he had it and he's out there just fucking all these women.
Was this in
Missouri?
Well, at least I'm not going to say that I feel like this woman deserves any less, because I'm not saying that. How do I say this?
Use your big boy word.
Just spit it out.
I'm not going to hold it against her for not finding
for capitalizing.
For capitalizing on the opportunity, considering the circumstances. There we go. Because what if at some point she does catch cancer? Well, now she has a little bit of money in her pocket to where she'll be able to fight that too. And now she can, handle it. Now she has more of an ability to handle it. Do I think this is crazy? Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Absolutely. Who would have known that a car insurance company was going to pay you out for getting an STD in a car? I mean,
right.
That's crazy.
I want to know who it is that suggested to her you should file a claim with Geico with the car insurance. Like, I want to know who did that, or if she thought of that herself. Because, I mean, really, I don't know if I'm just mad because she did it and got away with it, or I don't know if it's just like a flagrant abuse of, everybody is, it's like the guy who was drinking, or the woman who was drinking the coffee from McDonald's, and now they have to say got burned for drinking it, and now they have to put "this is hot" on the lid.
You know, it's interesting. I actually watched a documentary about that, and the reason why they had to do that is not because it was hot, but because they brew it at a higher temperature than like what we brew here at home. They brew it at like 140 degrees instead of like 110 or whatever.
Right, but so does Starbucks.
No, they do 120.
So McDonald's does it even higher than like espresso from Starbucks?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
I'm just remembering this from a documentary off the top of my head. This is not one of my fun facts.
Okay. We're not to that segment
We're
yet.
not to that segment yet.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, they brew it at a higher temperature for some reason. And that's why their coffee always seems to be so fucking hot when you get just regular old coffee. Okay,
but we all know that coffee is hot, so let it cool down. Like, give it a moment.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. It just...
I don't know. And then if it's hot, then put that in the title. Like hot chocolate. I know it's hot. You just say coffee.
Hot coffee.
I mean, I don't know. I just found that to be ridiculous because it's like obviously if I get an iced coffee, I know that that's going to be cold. If I ask for a coffee, just coffee, I infer the hot.
Yeah, but when has anything legally ever just been inferred? Like,
I mean, it hasn't.
Like, in this country, everything has to have a law
in
this country because there is no common sense.
I mean, apparently, but it's like that to me. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like this was just a frivolous thing.
No,
but it also is I mean, I'm sure that coffee burned, and you can get third degree burns from that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, that was their whole argument was that, like, yes, we understand it's hot, but this gave me third degree burns.
Right.
Which is excessively hot.
Maybe McDonald's should just not brew it that way.
That was the whole argument.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, in this case, it's a sexually transmitted disease. They both had an opportunity to stop the act and discuss, somebody should be having some protection or not engaging in the act. They both could have done that and taken responsibility for it. But also, he didn't disclose that he had HPV. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. I just don't think Geico should be responsible for that. I don't know what the car insurance has to do with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I feel like that's weird.
I don't get that because car insurance is to protect you, yourself, your passengers, your car, perhaps the other people if you get into an accident or property. How in the world do you translate that to having sex in a car and getting HPV? Well, that's what I don't get.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't want to come out of this having to literally underwrite STD protection policies in my fucking car insurance.
Is that something that they're going to start offering?
Oh God!
I mean, or like you can't have sex in your car. Like it's either you can't have sex in your car or you have to have this policy. That would be obscene. And then you get charged for insurance fraud because you actually did have sex in your car without having the policy. Watch, give it 10 years.
You just went down a whole new road.
But he's probably right.
You can't outlaw sex in a car.
Well, it used to be that you can't outlaw drinking in your car, but then look what happened.
But nobody died from this.
Not yet. What if she gets cancer and croaks?
And then you said it. She had enough money to take care of it.
But at what point should she be responsible for not making him wear a condom?
I mean,
and he has the liability of not informing her that he had it and not wearing a condom.
There's a lot that goes into this.
At what point is she not liable for her own mistakes?
Oh, she just got good lawyers.
She really did. Somebody really was like, "Hey, you should try this." Whether it was her or somebody else, and that's where I'm like, "That's genius."
Yeah,
you got away with it. Hello, that was easy $5 million.
Right after taxes, still looking at a couple mil.
Right. I mean, I hope the sex was worth it. That's all. That's all. Not only did he get fucked in that car, but he got fucked by his insurance company too.
I doubt that. Because, it's all of us that pay for insurance.
Right. I'm just saying.
And we have Geico. Oh, my God.
He got double fucked.
Yeah.
I hope that felt good. Don't be spreading that HPV. All right. While we are on the subject of weird sexual things.
Oh, God. There's more.
This episode's theme.
And there's more.
I know. We're going back to Louisiana to discuss a story where a video camera was found after a contractor had done work in a family's home.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No.
So Chase Cheremy was contracted to repair damages to a home in La Rose, Louisiana, after Hurricane Ida had torn through the town. A camera was found in the bathroom vent with a red blinking light on, and it had been recording. So it was reported to the police, who reached out to the community in attempts to locate this gentleman to speak with him in regard to the camera. He ended up doing the right thing, turning himself in. But when he got there, he said, I don't know anything about the camera. And then they said, but that's funny because you're on the camera.
Oh.
You're on the memory card. The entry, recording is you placing the camera in the vent. Like, we saw it.
What an idiot.
So you can't deny it. So they, said they had clear footage of him. And pretty much, gotcha motherfucker, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Also found on the memory card was footage of 3 other people, and in a sick twist, including 2 juveniles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So thankfully they found it before he was able to come back. He was arrested on 3 counts of video voyeurism and held on $75,000 bond. And he's currently awaiting his sentencing.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
That
James, show me a soda.
Bitch, I just made you potato salad. That's what you get.
That's some sick twist. I hate when people do that.
Right. What did you think you were going to do? It wasn't your
Watch
house.
somebody take a dump straining on the toilet. You really want to videotape that?
Right. It's not like people are going into the bathroom doing sexy things.
My question is at what point?
You hope not.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why you guys are questioning this. Jessica just told you a story about a guy who liked his butt wiped.
That's true. In Louisiana. Maybe they know each other.
Maybe.
Lord.
You know what? Florida might be Florida, but is Louisiana Louisiana? What's going on? What's in the water in Louisiana?
I don't know.
My question though is like, out of this whole thing, when did he think he was going to go collect this fucking video?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Did he think that he was going to make a story up and be like, oh, I'm just doing a friendly check of my work and let me look in your bins? I mean,
fuck off.
That's not suspicious.
No.
I wouldn't let you back in my house.
No, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me.
The fuck are you doing?
You were supposed to have done your work, so what do you need to come back here for?
Exactly. And if I didn't know anything was wrong,
Right.
Why would you need to come back? I didn't call you. You are not invited.
No.
Do not come to my house. I mean, people that are even invited, I could be, my car could be parked outside. If I didn't expect you, I'm not answering the door.
Right.
Fuck off.
Right.
Right. So, sir. So next we have some stories from around the world.
Thank God.
The first one ties into a topic from last week that had the 4 of us kind of shocked. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, the 5 of us.
No, there was only 4 of us.
Oh, there was only 4 of us.
All right. So this one involves harvesting organs. Remember what we were talking about?
No.
Yeah. So Ike, and I hope I'm going to say this right, Ekwermadu and his wife Beatrice were arrested in Heathrow Airport in the UK after it was found that they were trying to traffic a 15-year-old homeless boy from Lagos, Nigeria, to harvest his organs for a transplant surgery for their daughter who has kidney failure.
Oh, my God.
Wait, why are you excited about that? That's not good.
No, now I know.
Okay.
His fascination with selling his kidney. I don't know.
I really want the money.
Well, it was only worth like $20,000. Hold on, I'm getting there. So the couple, Ekweremadu has a 19-year political career in the Nigerian Senate, where at one point he was actually the president of the Senate.
Oh.
He's a lawyer. He runs a law office in Nigeria. He's a very prominent member. Yeah. His wife is an accountant, but also a doctor, apparently. Like, they're very educated people, right?
An accountant.
Yeah. So, quote, Ekweremadu was said to have had 20,000 pounds on him at the time of his arrest, according to the prosecutors. According to the article that I read on Newsbreak, the couple were on their way to board a plane to Turkey, where it was suspected that the surgery was going to take place. So they were going to pay this kid 20,000 pounds to take his kidney for their daughter. Both the senator and his wife are calling the allegations absurd and denying them completely. Fortunately, the boy is well and safe. There was no harm that came to him. The surgery had not been performed yet. And it's crazy because we had discussed how scary the possibility of this being was, right?
Yeah.
So apparently, quote, in 2017, a member of the Nigerian government claimed that migrants from his country were having their organs harvested after being sold into slavery.
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, we were joking like, oh, you're going to get roofied and wake up without a kidney. This is a real fucking issue.
I told you.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these people have been charged with organ harvesting, quote, conspiring to arrange or facilitate travel of another person with a view to exploitation. I don't know why the dates matter, but between August 1st, 2021 and May 5th, 2022. I don't know why those dates mattered specifically.
Maybe there was more than one person.
Maybe there was. I don't know. And they just found this one boy.
Well, I mean, like I said, it happens. It's capitalism, baby. If you can't exploit it, it's gonna get exploited.
So what were they gonna do with this poor kid? Give him $20,000? He wakes up minus a kidney in Turkey with $20,000.
Right.
Pounds.
Well, pounds.
Or 20,000 pounds. Yeah. Right. So how is he supposed to get home? He was homeless, though, right?
Well, he's in Turkey. He can do it. Now he's,
Maybe they were going to send him back to Nigeria. I don't know.
I mean, that would be the decent thing to do.
Right, after you've taken his kidney.
Right, after you've just exploited him.
And it, on one hand, it makes me very sad because if they're that desperate to save their daughter, I understand. You know what I mean? You are desperate when you're not able to get your child the medical care that you think that they need. But also, how are you going to fuck with this little boy? Like, how are you going to fuck with him and take his kidney and then just be like, okay, go home now. Thank you.
That's
horrible.
That's another disturbing thing.
Human beings are psychotic.
It's just, the world no longer makes sense.
When has it ever made sense?
Yeah. Fuck.
I can't believe you've done this.
That's true.
From there, we're going to head over to China.
Oh, Lord.
Where in May of this year, an eerie phenomena made the night sky light up blood red.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a sexy red color, right? In a weird coincidence, this happened, actually, it's a shame that Olivia's not here. It happened on her birthday this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The sky in this one town off, like, in eastern China had a red sky at night. So no one really knows what happened that evening in eastern China in a port town near Shanghai. In the article I read, it was thought that there was a huge fire that had broken out. Like, people were thinking, oh my God, there's a fire and it's burning up the whole town. But then there was never like an emergency sounded, or you know what I mean? Nothing was on fire. Nothing smelled like fire. So then in a quote that was released from the Meteorological Bureau, the incident was explained as the lights of fishing boats in the water being reflected in the sky by low clouds.
Really?
They tried. Yeah. Quote, when weather conditions are good, more water in the atmosphere forms aerosols which refract and scatter the light of fishing boats in the water being reflected, and it creates the red sky seen by the public.
Okay. So what really happened?
So there's also a theory that it was possible that there was like solar and geomagnetic storms that night, which there's no evidence of. My favorite theory, and the one that I'm going with, is what most of the population of the town believes, and that is that this is a sign of impending doom, and it's a warning from the gods.
Yes.
Yes. I believe that.
Yeah.
Or some alien something.
Well, on the geomagnetic storm right now, we are in the 11-year upcycle of the higher. The 11-year the sun has 11-year cycles. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we're in the cycle right now where there's a lot more geomagnetic or solar activity, which creates geomagnetic storms. So, you know, there is that, but I've never heard of it going red.
Well, what's weird is it wasn't
south.
it wasn't like the whole eastern side of, you know,
of China.
That area of the world saw a red sky.
It was
either.
just this one
just
town.
this port town in China.
It's the gods.
Right. And that's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah.
It's like the people who stole the statues from the Indian temple.
Right.
You done fucked up. You've angered somebody, obviously. And you're going to have to be careful.
Yes.
There are issues now.
I know. This is Chinese. So I have to ask.
What do you mean?
Do they make fireworks in this town?
I don't know. It's a port town.
So I mean, it could have been like, what was that in Lebanon when they had the explosion and it rocked the whole, it was a couple of years ago.
Oh, it was in 2020. I remember because I was like, damn, that looks like a nuke.
It was just fertilizer in the port. It was the port and the fertilizer went off. I'm thinking like in China, they're, you know, the originators of fireworks.
Right.
What if it turns the sky blood red? I mean, that's definitely like, oh, let's make a batch of red fireworks.
Yeah, but wouldn't you think that people would hear an explosion of some sort?
Maybe.
Because if that were the case, no, because everybody was just kind of shocked. And like I said, they kind of thought at first it was a fire, but there was no emergency warnings or no smell of smoke.
Or maybe it was just the color that ignited off real quick, reflected off, and there you go. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible. I don't know.
Or
I wasn't there.
The flat earth theory is true and we could just see it. I don't know.
I'm going to denounce that as well.
You need to shut the fuck up.
All right,
Thank you. Yeah, we don't perpetuate mythical and unsubstantiated claims here.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just always remember that red sky in morning, sailor take warning, red sky at night, sailor delight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, sailor delight. Like, delight in the red sky. Enjoy the fucking red sky that was provided for you and calm your tits.
No.
It's not.
The world is ending.
The world is ending.
The world is fucking ending.
Yes.
Everything is coming to a collapse.
Impending doom.
Well, if it was on a port, could there be an active volcano under the water?
I think they would know.
Would that reflect in the sky, though?
If it was enough.
I think they would know, though.
If there was clouds, like they're saying.
I don't know. I would feel that they would know that.
See, I'm one of those people where I just accept it as I'm gonna die soon. Yeah, and I feel comfort in that.
Okay. I'm comforted by the fact.
I'm comforted by the fact that I'm going to die soon.
Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, we didn't see the red sky, so I don't think we're going to die soon.
You never know.
It was only in the one town.
Yeah, it was only the one town. So, I mean,
I'd be like, I'm leaving.
They are all well. I hope that they are safe and, peace, light, and love.
Well wishes.
Yes.
But girl, get out.
Get
out now.
All right. Our last story for this last episode this season is our Florida fuckery. And Olivia's not here, so.
Brother, anything goes in Florida.
This week, we head to Madison County, where a man by the name of Edward William Rodriguez attempted to rob a Waffle House restaurant.
Oh, not the Waffle House.
The fucking Waffle House.
Not the Waffle House.
Rodriguez entered the Waffle House at about 8 p.m. on October 18th with his small dog in tow and began to shout, quote, "Get on the ground, y'all are getting robbed."
That is the most Florida thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. This was according to the video footage and reports from eyewitnesses. Rodriguez also made a comment that he was, quote, high and drunk.
Love that.
I love that for him.
Florida?
He was cross-faded.
Yeah. Cross-faded.
Cross-faded, yeah.
He then made his fingers into the shape of a gun, and he pointed the quote-unquote gun at people, grabbed some napkins, and grabbed his dog, and he took off out of the restaurant, getting into a vehicle that was waiting in the parking lot and drove off.
Wait.
He didn't get any money?
He stole napkins?
He stole napkins.
Isn't that even a crime? Did this fool get arrested for that?
So he really did.
God.
So there was a
my
crime
God.
here. So police were able to catch up with him at his house, and he was arrested without any issues. Apparently, the dog was fine, too.
Oh, well, thank God for that.
Right. Rodriguez was held on charges of unarmed robbery and assault.
Unarmed robbery, even. Oh, jeez.
For napkins.
For napkins.
Oh, my God. If I was there, I'd be like, this guy's fucking funny.
Right.
I was laughing my ass off.
Literally, one of the employees called 911 and reported this and gave the license plate number. They were dead serious.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I would have laughed. I would have been like, that's some weird shit. Now I got a story.
Right. That's what you see in customer service. You know what, though? At the Waffle House, I feel like that they are just on edge. Because, I don't know if you've ever been to Waffle House. I had a stint about a week and a half in Jacksonville, Florida. And I was living at a hotel for that week and a half. I wouldn't even describe it as living. But I went to Waffle House for almost every single meal because it's like $2 and you get half a fucking store. And all of them were fantastic and amazing. And if you're at that Waffle House in Jacksonville, Florida, and you are listening, I still think about you. I think about y'all every day.
I miss you.
I miss you. I miss you so much. But they were on edge because you see this group of people coming in at 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't know what's going to happen because they're open 24 hours. They see it all.
Okay, this was 8 p.m. And he had a dog.
Pew, pew.
Literally. He pulled out his pew, pew. Y'all are getting robbed. Let me take those napkins.
Here. Have your napkins.
Get your fucking napkins and get out.
Fuck.
Not even, it's not even like he took a waffle off of somebody's plate.
Which I think
would straight up took some napkins and ran outside with his dog.
Well, I think even taking a waffle off of someone's plate would be even funnier, to be honest.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going to grab this on the way out. Thanks.
I love Florida. But
I do not.
I don't love Florida, but
unarmed robbery.
I love stories
I didn't even know that was a charge.
I didn't either. I thought you had to do armed robbery in order for it to count.
Or it's just robbery.
Right.
Why?
Napkins.
Right.
What, $1 worth of napkins they're going to charge?
Not even $1.
Maybe. Depends upon
Think of how many napkins you can get at the dollar store for $1.
Right.
A lot. Even with inflation.
This is the Waffle House. You could probably get a lot more. They buy in bulk.
Right.
So
they have to.
I feel like he could have gotten enough napkins for the rest of the year for himself.
He could have.
I just, unarmed
robbery.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah.
I never did hear that, but now I did. Thank you, Florida.
Thank you, Florida man.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah.
I probably would have said that too. Like, thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye. Have a good night.
Napkins for your table.
Napkins for your table. All right. And in our last segment,
I have fun facts. Well, a fun fact.
A fun fact?
A fun fact.
All right.
Fact.
Well, then let's find out Uncle Colin's fun fact.
So, I was just scrolling on ScienceDaily.com, as one does. And January 15th, 2020, an article came out of the University of Colorado at Boulder titled, Global Warming to Increase Violent Crime in the United States.
okay.
So two researchers, one by named Ryan Harp, which is a researcher at the Cooperative Institute for Research in Environmental Sciences at the University of Colorado in Boulder, said, depending on how quickly temperatures rise, we could see 2 to 3 million more violent crimes between now and the end of the century than there would be in a non-warming world. So basically, they've been looking at NOAA climate data and looking at crime rates, and seeing that there is a correlation between warmer winters and crime rates. Because as you know, that during the summer, crime does go up for some reason, because human beings, like, it's warm, let's fucking crime. But now that there are warmer winters, they're finding a correlation in the data. So, yeah, it's a pretty short little blurb I had on here. And yeah, I thought I'd share that little fun fact. So this
is just another cause for the mafia to fix global warming.
Exactly. I thought you would appreciate that.
Right.
But yeah, I'll send you a link to my little news article, or my little article in Science Daily.
Science Daily.
Yeah. Boulder, Colorado. Great things coming out of there.
Is there though?
No, just more intending doom.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see that. I always thought like heat made people angry, so they were on short fuses. So that's why more crimes were committed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just statistics at this point, but I mean, I don't think that they're thinking of even the like the resources and the fighting that's going to go over, like, on water and food and those kinds of things. I don't think that that's been factored in.
Probably not.
Because we all know that when the hammer comes down and people are going to start migrating away from the hot areas to go other places, that even more crime will take place.
Right.
So, it's fine.
Do you think it's just because the atoms, when you heat things up, they start moving a lot and they get upset?
They get agitated.
Yeah. So do you think it's because of that kind of heat?
We're all going to start killing each other because of quantum physics.
I don't know. I mean, is that what they're talking about, the correlation between?
No, they're
just getting warmer and more crime.
They're just saying necessarily because of winter time it's in most areas, if they have a normal winter, there's less crime because people are not out.
Oh, they're snowed in. They can't get out, period.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Well, and so the other researcher, his name is Chris, please forgive me, Karnauskas. We're just going to call him Chris. Chris with a K.
Yeah, okay.
Chris with a K said, "We are just beginning to scratch the surface on the myriad ways climate change is impacting people, especially through social systems and health. We could see a future where results like this impact planning and resource allocation among health, law enforcement, and criminal justice communities." So, like, yeah, what little resources we're going to have, where are they going to go? Are they going to go to healthcare, or are we going to put them to law enforcement so we can keep people calm, or are we going to give them to health, or are we going to put them to making sure everyone has water? I think that there are ways that climate change is going to affect us that we just
don't even know.
We don't even know yet.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna, Lake Mead is the beginning. I'm gonna need these mafia people to get on this shit.
No, really.
Fund it, please.
Yeah.
It's either that or they're going to find out all of the dead bodies, guns.
Well, that's
all of it at the bottom of Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already found two.
They already found 2 bodies.
And I know there's more.
Oh, I'm sure that
Mom was there.
Do you know that personally?
Not personally, but come on. You're in Vegas. Something happens. You got to hide something, and you don't want to have any evidence around you. Where are you going to put it? Lake Mead was the deepest thing.
Elvis is down there too.
Oh, probably.
Elvis is not down there. Oh my God.
Well, there used to be a town down there. There's a road down there. So
yeah, I know.
Wild shit. Yeah. Fireball.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Right.
That's Uncle Colin's fun fact. Thank you, Uncle Colin.
I don't think it was that fun, but it was a fact.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Just impending doom and gloom everywhere.
You know what? Isn't it freeing though? Don't you have such freedom in knowing that nothing really fucking matters anymore? Fuck it all. Don't give a shit anymore. Yes.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, does it matter? Does anything matter anymore?
Yes.
I mean, even
there are
this
a million little things that could kill us at any moment.
Even this season is ending. So does it matter anymore?
Now you're just going to make Bryce cry.
Nothing matters.
Oh, it does matter.
It's all coming to an end.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
No, I'll be all right.
Yeah, we know you'll be fine, but will I? This has been my life for weeks.
Y'all are dramatic ass bitches.
Fuck you too, bitch.
I'm not dramatic.
Sibling love.
I love my sister.
I fucking love you too.
Bitch.
Fuck you. All right. One last update that I have on a case that we covered in our season 3 series opener. We talked about the Tacoma snatchings that took place in the 1930s, and we covered the case of the George Weyerhaeuser kidnapping. Unfortunately, at 95 years old, George Weyerhaeuser recently passed away. I was saddened to hear about. He lived a very long life, though.
A storied life.
And yes, yeah. And I hope that his family legacy, his legacy lives on in his family, and that he feels like he did some good in places.
Yes.
So yeah, he seemed like a very upstanding gentleman who had lived through some stuff.
Rest in power, sir. Rest in power. Yes.
Very sad to hear that, but yes, may peace be with you.
And also with you.
Stop. Stop it.
Are we praying the rosary next?
Absolutely not.
I think if I touch a rosary, I might burst into flames.
Yeah, we would burn.
We'll just go to that church that priest and the 2 dominatrixes were at.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
You know what? We'll be fine there. That's a church I want to go to.
Sure, right. I mean, I guess. I actually, no, I'm not down for that. I don't need to be involved in that whatsoever.
No one said we had to be involved.
I don't want to watch it.
No one said we had to watch. But I'm just saying that, never mind.
Well, they burned that altar, so there's no place to go now. I mean...
I'm moving forward.
Okay. All right, so with that, everyone, we are out. Another What the Fuck season is under our wing. We have survived. Barely. We have survived.
I wonder what you'll have for us next season.
For the next What the Fuck season?
Yeah.
I'm more curious about what you're going to have for us. No. Since every time this happens, you've got something new that you don't discuss with me, that you just implement and go right on ahead and feel like you get to change things in the podcast.
I will not do that.
I'm bitter. I'm angry. I'm resentful. And I'm weary of you, sir. I'm watching you.
Just forgive him.
Absolutely not. Have you met me?
I know.
I am a Scorpio. I don't forgive. I bitch and get angry, and then we act like it never happened.
That's unhealthy. That scared the shit out of me, Bryce.
That's what I'm here for.
Beautiful.
Fucking Christ.
I love it. Oh my God.
You're lucky I didn't scream.
I don't like that music.
Perfect. That was perfect. I love it.
I'm giving you don't give me a side eye. I'm giving you side eye. Side eye.
All right. So we are out. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us this season. Pray for Bryce. He's going to be going through withdrawals. We won't know what to do with him. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
It's really going to be okay.
It's really going to be okay. And we will be back for our season 5 regular season on August 5th.
Season 5.
Exciting.
Season 5. Yeah.
Wow.
Love that for you.
And with that, everybody stay safe and stay out of the damn woods.
Stay out of the woods.
Bye.
Bye.